SpaceX's Starship rocket has exploded mid-flight, failing to reach space on its first attempt. The launch, which was years in the making, is a significant milestone for the company, which has been working on developing the largest and most powerful rocket ever built. Though the test ended in an explosion, it was still considered a success by SpaceX leadership. Let's take a closer look at what happened. The Starship rocket is a critical part of NASA's plan to return astronauts to the moon, and SpaceX won a nearly $3 billion contract from the space agency to use it as a crewed lunar lander. The company had hoped to conduct the first orbital Starship launch as early as summer 2021 but faced delays in development and in winning FAA approval. The launch is the culmination of years of regulatory work and technological tests for SpaceX. The rocket exploded in mid-flight during its first attempt, but it was still considered a success because of the experimental nature of the launch. No crew were on board during the launch, and SpaceX leadership emphasized that any result that involved Starship getting off the launch pad would be a success. Starship is designed to carry cargo and people beyond Earth and is critical to NASA's plan to return astronauts to the moon. The explosion during the first test flight shows that there are still significant risks associated with space travel, even with the most advanced technology available. While SpaceX has made significant strides in developing rockets that can carry cargo and people beyond Earth, the company still faces many challenges in perfecting the technology. While the test flight ended in failure, SpaceX will review the data from the launch to build toward its next attempt. CEO Elon Musk tweeted shortly after the flight that the company learned a lot and teased a next test launch in a few months. With great risk comes great reward, as NASA Chief Bill Nelson put it in a congratulatory tweet. House Republicans are proposing a debt ceiling increase that could last into next year, paired with a $4.05 trillion savings plan that includes cuts to Biden administration priorities. But the White House is pushing back, calling the proposal a blueprint to devastate hard-working American families. The White House warns that voting for this bill would mean cutting important programs such as education, cancer research, Meals on Wheels, and more. They also accuse House Republicans of protecting wealthy tax cheats and offshore manufacturing, among other things. The bill is expected to get a House floor vote next week, but with a small Republican majority, it remains to be seen if it will pass. The White House has urged Republicans to avoid default and stop playing economic brinkmanship. The debate over the debt ceiling increase and the proposed cuts will continue in the coming weeks. President Biden and Democratic leaders have called for a clean measure to raise the debt ceiling, while House Republicans are pushing for their savings plan. Stay tuned for more updates on this ongoing story. An IRS supervisory special agent claims to have information about alleged mishandling and political interference in the ongoing criminal probe into Hunter Biden. The agent seeks whistleblower protections to share the information with Congress. The letter describes the IRS agent as overseeing the ongoing and sensitive investigation of a high-profile, controversial subject, which a source familiar with the matter confirmed was Hunter Biden. The special agent also claims to have information that contradicts Attorney General Merrick Garland's sworn testimony before Congress on the investigation. Federal prosecutors have been investigating President Joe Biden's son since at least 2018 and have weighed bringing charges against him for tax crimes and a false statement. So far, no charges have been filed. According to the letter, the IRS agent can provide information about failure to mitigate clear conflicts of interest in the ultimate disposition of the case and examples of preferential treatment and politics improperly infecting decisions and protocols that would normally be followed by career law enforcement professionals in similar circumstances if the subject were not politically connected. The handling of the case has been the subject of internal wrangling. Some IRS and FBI investigators and Justice Department prosecutors have been at odds about the strength of the case during internal meetings last year. A final decision rests with U.S. Attorney for Delaware David Weiss, a Trump appointee who was kept on to oversee the case. The investigation remains ongoing. Thank you for watching.